Welcome to our new global media talk show. Today is August 3rd, 2025. Today we are blessed to have our guest here, Counsel Abu Sambou. He's gonna talk us through Counsel Sambou's journey in the legal profession. So we will have some questions to ask and some comments to make, as most of us here probably are not too detailed when it comes to that area. So welcome, Counsel Sambou.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sawaneh. Uh, my name is ABOU Sambou, a newly enrolled legal practitioner to the Gambia Bar. I am honored to be here as your guest for your program today, and I am glad to share my legal professional journey with you, with your viewers and your well listeners. I thank you once again for the invitation and the opportunity. Just a brief background of myself. I hail from Kartong Combo Kartong. I am a father and a husband, blessed with three kids, one boy and two girls. I started my primary education in St. Martin's Primary School in Kartong and then proceeded to Latakunda Junior Secondary School. In 2022, I attended St. Augustine's Senior Secondary School and I graduated in 2025. Actually, my legal journey started at GTTI, Gambia Training Technical Institute, where I obtained my diploma in 2008. And the time I was going to GTTI, as well as I was working as a record clerk at the judiciary of the Gambia, and I was handling court matters, dealing with litigants, giving them dates, and also being the custodian of some of the high-profile exhibits at the court. And in 2010, I resigned from my job as a record clerk at the judiciary of the Gambia. I then joined Fajara Chambers, this year's law chambers called Fajara Chambers, directly under senior counsel Elizabeth Ann Revington, who is late now, directly under her. And in the 2025, I then decided to proceed. I got inspired because when I was at the court, the way lawyers handle their matters and the litigants, as well as when I joined senior counsel Andre Vintin at Fajara Chambers, I got inspired, and it's like I was destined to do this, to do this thing. Then I then went to Cameroon. I seek for an admission in Cameroon. By the time I got an admission at Cameroon, I also had an admission at University of the Gambia. But because I do not want to mix my job with education, I want to be focused on education alone. Then I managed to convince my parents and my family members to go and further my studies in Cameroon. Uh, Unfortunately, when we were in Cameroon, things didn't work out well for us because of the Anglophone and the Francophone problem. Then we were there for more than nine months without not going to school, because anytime we approach the university administration, they will tell us that school will resume now until it took for like more than 9 months before we even went back to school. Then later I contacted my family back home, who were even telling me that I should come back home since Cameroon did not work out well for me. But I was also adamant because I know when I come back, I am a very social person. Mixing social activities and education wouldn't be a priority for me. Then I also managed to convince them that I would like to proceed to another area, which is Uganda. Though we didn't know much about Uganda because uh, I think all what we know about Uganda is the history of Idi Amin and the current political dispensation in Uganda. Because we all know Uganda is still under a dictatorship under the watch of President Museveni. So it took a while before I convinced them because we didn't know much about them. But later I convinced them. Then I proceeded to Uganda. So having exhausted almost a year in Cameroon without not going to school, when I reached at Uganda, I have to start everything all over again. And the reason why I even went to Cameroon because Cameroon was supposed to be 3 years to obtain my LLB. That was the reason why I went to Cameroon. But unfortunately, it didn't work out well for me. And I proceeded to Uganda where I have to start everything all over again. Then when I went to Uganda, I started the program. Though I didn't regret it because at least Uganda is at least far better. The university is far better from that of Cameroon, and I was like, okay, this is the right place that I'm supposed to be because there are a lot of facilities. There are library is well furnished, and the course guide also is well written and well comprehensive. It's like all what you have to do in a semester is been put in the course guide, and also the cases that you need to read. So you need not to wait for any lecturer to come and explain to you because you have all the materials at your disposal. Then we started the journey, and in 2019, I also joined a leadership program and extracurricular curriculum activities where I joined the Cavendish Law Society. It's also a sub society of the General Law Society of Uganda. Let's say if you say the Gambia Bar Association. So in each university you have a law society group where students usually vie for certain positions for that academic year. So in that academic year, 2019, we went for a campaign and won an election. Then I became the information minister in 2019. So after all, and in 2021, I managed to obtain my degree, my LLB, then came back to the Gambia. But in 2021, when I came to the Gambia, I didn't forge ahead to go for my bar course because it's like I spent a year in Cameroon and went to Uganda and spent 4 years. And I said to myself, I think I have to take a break and take 1 year off without engaging in any academic activities. And in 2021, I went for my bar program and I graduated in 2024, where we were called to the bar. And because after when you are called, you are not eligible to practice as a lawyer. There are certain requirements that you need to fulfill before you can be enrolled to become a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of the Gambia. That is a 1 year training. It's like a placement, but we call it a people where you will be under a guidance of a senior counsel who will take you through the rigorous process of the legal procession, legal legal profession, as well as going with him to court to see for you to watch how proceedings are done. And after completing that, I went for an interview to test my knowledge of what I have learned during the course of the pupillage 1 year. And after passing the interview, we are finally enrolled on the 30th of July 2021. So basically, that is my journey in the legal profession.
Thank you for that details, Counsel Abu. We're gonna really look at this in a different angle. I know, like, as a legal personnel, you have get involved with many other legal operations or legal work in the Gambia. So we want to decipher some of the areas when it comes to legal work, and how, how this could so be beneficial to our viewers and to the country as a whole. So we will look at things at different angles, according to how we see it as panelists on the show. So the first thing I would say to you, how do you see the legal system in the Gambia? Are there any flaws, or are there room for improvement? Are we really, do we have a higher way to go? Because if you look at some of our legislative bodies, there are a lot of laws that are put in place, ideas or laws that are put in place that never worked. So as far as the country is concerned, at this point, we have having the legal body, that is the National Assembly, the legislative body. Then of course you have the executive, and then you have the Supreme Court. We've seen a lot of things happening. You look at the failed constitution that happened twice. This has all to do with legal matters. So overall, do you think legally are we doing well, or do we have a long way to go, or what are your take on that area?
Okay, to my own experience, I think we have a long way to go because if you compare it with other countries in regards to the way they handle matters, is different from that of the Gambia because there are a lot of constraints ranging from a lot of issues ranging from the way we deal with our cases as well as the resources that are there to conduct our cases. So, in essence, we have a long way to go because Gambia, hold on, yeah, sorry about that. I was someone distracted me. Yeah, in essence, we have a long way to go because even the the human resources that we have in conducting our cases, I don't think is well furnished as well as compared to other countries. So, in essence, I do not want to delve more into it because the reason being that I think what we should step on my academic professional background. I think that's because as lawyers, I don't we are not permitted to discuss such kind of matters in live stream. So I reserve my comment in that because for so many very reasons.
Okay. No, all right. Okay. That's fair enough. So we have a long way to go in terms of legal matters. Which room or which area do you think we need improvement on? Hello.
Yes,
Yeah. No, I'm
yeah,
saying in terms of legal matters. Yeah.
yeah. The area that I think we need to improve on is the way matters are delayed at courts because we have backlog of cases at court because if you look at it in the court system, we have about most of the cases are land matters, and land matter for that matter it can take a long way. So that's why now the judiciary, as they have they wanted to bring in another system whereby a special court will be identified which will deal with land cases. So if that is set, the courtroom will be free from land matters because all those land matters will be dealt with that specific court. So with that, the upcoming cases, the criminal cases as well as other civil matters will be dealt diligently and efficiently.
Okay. Usman, before I go on to other questions, Usman will probably have some things to add.
Yes, thank you so very much, Mr. Sawaneh, and of course, Mr. Abu Sware and Sambo. Thank you as well for joining this program. Uh, uh, but I just wanted to ask my first question will be on the issue of what are the current issues. Like we have a whole lot of court cases at the moment that are at court level, and you suggested I think primarily the major cases at the moment is the land cases. We understand that. Now, could somebody said, please, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Could somebody said we have issues of judges, like we have strategy of judges that's why we have catalog of cases of land that could not be addressed at the right time because some cases of the land goes very very long and I really don't know why we keep having a case that will take them like 1 year 2 years 3 years before the particular case is resolved. So based on your little experience or your small experience, what advice do you think you will implore or you will of course put forward to the judicial body or to the government in addressing the issue of piling up cases, especially issues of land cases? What advice do you think you have for them? Thank you.
Yeah, Usman, thank you very much for that question. I think I answered that question. If you could follow the proceedings. I did mention that the land matters are too much, and that's why judiciary came with a mechanism whereby uh, a specific court will be allocated only for land matters. Maybe the court might comprise maybe 4 to 5 judges, which will deal specifically with land matters. I think when that is done, things will move on. Then piling up everything, land matters, criminal cases, and other civil matters under one judge. Because I think I was listening to one of a program which was held by the judiciary, and the Chief Justice was saying that sometimes one judge is allocated about 90 cases, and majority of those cases are land matters. So if a specific tribunal is established for that, for only land matters, I believe things will move forward.
Yes, until the special tribunal is established, at this point in time, the issue of land or the issue of piling of cases regarding land continues to persist. Am I right?
Yes,
Now, Mrs. Counsel Sambo, looking at judges in this country, I made to understand until this moment, we continues to have what you call foreign judges that are deployed in this country or that are welcome in this country to look over cases in this country. So I don't know how is there any information or could you tell us whether the number of judges in this country is low and that's why we are still welcoming foreign judges to take care of cases in this country? Can you take us through that?
can I take back that question? I didn't get that clearly. I think it's because of the network.
Can you repeat the question? He said.
Can you repeat the question, please? I think it's
All
because
right,
of the
thank you so
network.
much. Now, as I said, the issue of okay, perhaps the network is fluctuating. Mr. Sawane, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, yeah, you
Yes,
good.
now I can hear you.
You
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Very well then. Council Sambu once again. Now, I said the issue of cases before the court the courts. Well, I apologize for that. Can you hear me
Support.
now, please?
Yeah, you are breaking up. I can't hear you. It's breaking
Oh,
up.
sorry. Can you hear me now?
If you can change your location, I don't know. Yes, now I can
Oh,
hear you.
okay. Now, I mean, the cases that are before the courts are quite very. There are many. What will be the advice? Is the issue of deploying or welcoming foreign judges into this country continues to persist. I really don't know whether we have a low number of judges in this country, or the promotion to become a judge is quite low in this country. Will you agree with me that the number of judges in this country is quite low, and that's why foreign judges are welcome or to take care of cases in this country? Can you dwell into that?
Thank you very much for that question. I think those judges coming here to work under the judiciary of the Gambia, usually they come by way of technical assistance. Because if you go to other jurisdiction also as well, you as well have Gambian, judges who are also, who are also working there. So the number of Gambian judges currently more than the foreign judges. So it is like a lot of senior lawyers coming forward to talk up rules to become judges. So perhaps maybe in the next 5 or 6 years time, uh, a lot of these foreign judges will go and will have a lot of Gambian judges. But the issue of technical assistance, I don't think we can do away with it because it has been there long since.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Sawane. I still want to ask for the questions, please,
Yeah, go
if I
ahead.
could
Go
be
ahead.
permitted.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Sawane, we understand at the beginning of the judicial proceedings in this country, the technical support has been a collaborations, or there is that what you call mutual understanding between the Gambia and other countries, like, for example, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and of course, Nigeria. We understand that there is that understanding. We also understand that at the time we have very low level of professionals, or low level of highly educated in terms of legal backgrounds of the Gambians in that profession, and that's why foreign judges were employed to come here. Is there any confidence, as you suggested, in the next 5 years? Are you very confident that in the next 5 years we will have all foreign judges out, perhaps? We'll have maybe 90% or 95% of Gambian judges taking over all the cases in this country. Are you confident about that?
Yes, I cannot say that for certainty because it's still progressing. Because that's why I said in my response that the issue of technical assistance will always be there. So
Okay.
yeah, that the issue of technical assistance will always be there. But if more Gambians are coming forward, because most of these judges, um, I can say the job is not that well attractive compared to if you are working as a legal practitioner. So the job need to be attractive in order to what to influence a lot of senior lawyers to become judges in this country. But like I said, in years to come, I think we will do away with most of the senior judges in our legal system.
What is your area of specialization? We understand that lawyers have an area where they represent, they are more confident, or they are more equipped in terms of their area of specialization. Counsel Sambu, where are you? What is your area of specialization in the legal profession, please?
Okay, currently I am a general practitioner because I do all type of matters ranging from criminal, civil, conveyancing and other aspects, corporate law as well. Right now, I do not have an area of specialization unless and until past, maybe work for a while. Then if I see an area which is of more interest to me, then I can pursue that in masters to be my area of specialization. But right now, I am a general practitioner. I deal with all
Oh,
kind of cases. So,
okay. Mr. Sawaneh, over to you now, please.
Thank you, Ousman, for that details questioning and follow up. I would just pick it from there. Counsel Sambou, Counsel Abu. Uh, I just want to ask, when it comes to legal profession in the Gambia, we have a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have very good lawyers. Um, but what is it that, when it comes to advocacy, to speak against injustices or malpractices or to advocate, why is it that Gambian lawyers are muted, especially in civil matters, or abuse of power or injustices that happen? Why can Gambian lawyers take it upon themselves with their legal profession and do something about those, or speak up, or stand on for those who cannot support themselves?
okay, can you be more specific? Injustice like how? In what area?
In areas of legal assistance, like like legal aid, or some two areas I'm gonna look at: legal aid, people who cannot defend themselves, and that they are they either don't have the financials. That's one area. Second area is like people who are taking advantage, or I mean, like advantage of legally for them to come out and then show or be a critic of those of those things that happen to those people. Why is it that our legal professionals are always muted when it comes to that area?
Power just went off. I think the place is a little bit dark. I don't know whether you guys can see me.
Well,
Yeah, we can.
we
Yeah,
okay. Now we can see you. You can manage from there now, please.
Yes, now I can manage. Okay, thanks for that beautiful question. I think in the Gambia we have a legal aid office where people who do not have the means to seek for the assistance of a lawyer, uh, people who do not have the financial means to take a lawyer. There's an institution called NALA, that is National, what is the NALA? Yes, but National Legal Aid Agency. People who do not have the means to to hey, that's in Sukuk. Hey,
okay.
kids. Yes, people who do not have the means to hire a lawyer will usually go there to seek for legal assistance. If you look at the high profile cases, let's say the robbery cases and the other murder cases, which are at the courts now, because those cases are they are they are high profile cases, and the maximum sentence of those cases can be death sentence. So you cannot represent yourself, and if you do not have the means to seek for the assistance of a legal practitioner, then the state will provide one for you. So Nala is there
Okay.
to
Now,
help those people.
so those kind of legal aid teams, are you guys do you have lawyers like yourself who are looking to volunteer to do some of their services to those teams, so that you can be an help to the community?
Yes, in the Gambia, there's what we call this expression, what we call pro bono. There are a lot of lawyers in the Gambia who are doing pro bono services. And I think it's not a requirement, but it's good practice that every year when you take up a matter where you will not ask the client a penny, and you do that for bono service. People are doing it here, and so many senior lawyers are involved in it.
So are you looking to be one of them?
Yes, I'm looking to be one of them because the area where I come from, people are not well off, and I always put that at the back of my mind that I need to do pro bono service in order to seek justice for those people.
Perfect. And so now my other area that I wanna really ask you is that I know, like lawyers will tell you this is not part of my area. This is not, the law doesn't allow me. I mean, lawyers have a lot of advantages, and then if you look at in the U.S. here, lawyers mostly because of their vast knowledge and the vast experience of reading, they can they can make headway in the way our social society works. So, but what I've been seeing recently is that Gambian lawyers, and this is not to criticize you guys in the legal fields, but they're very they're not proactive, or they are not really they are, they are not being so patriotic when it comes to Gambia. And I know we all have to make our money, we all have to survive, we all have to pay our bills. The only time you see them very active is when there's money, especially these land issues. Lawyers will go even out of their way to even deal with real estate issues, things, anything that will make money, instead of like also being a patriotic citizen and stand for some of these bad laws, or speak against and advocate some about some of the things that are happening that is not helping our society as a whole. Do you think this is a fair analysis, or do you think this is true?
I wouldn't say that it is true because maybe the ones in the mainstream and the one that people are talking about, maybe you are not seeing much lawyers taking up that cases. But in the background, there are so many pro bono cases that lawyers are doing, and they are doing wonders. So I don't think I will comment more on that because all of us have our own reasons in taking up certain matters.
Okay. I know you know where I'm trying to drive, but you probably come short anytime I go there. But the fact of the matter is, at some point, because this is the reason why I might even consider going to legal field, because I feel like nothing has been done much for our people. And then legally, because I live in the US here, I know what legal professionals are capable of. They can save the nation, they can do a lot of things, but if you focus on only money and survival, of course, you won't have time for all of that. But what I'm saying, the advocacy part and the part of bringing awareness has really been lacking when it comes to legal profession in the Gambia. But I will let that go, because that area you probably wouldn't be able to be helpful there. But another thing that I would say, what Usman spoke about earlier, instead of bringing these foreign judges, and these foreign judges nearly doom our country when Jammeh was refused to leave power. If he hadn't fired those foreign judges, we would have been stuck with that regime, because he would have used that to stay when he lost the election. So having the legal, the foreign leaders, foreign legal professionals, legal in a legal settings, could undermine the interests of the Gambians. So, how I know you're saying that probably in the next couple of years, probably we won't need them, but they only come for specific assignments or stuff like that. But what can we do to make sure that our legal service is saturated by Gambians, so that we know the people making decisions or making these judgments on the behalf of our citizens and our nation would be fair and square. Because a legal a legal person from abroad, or from other countries could be really, could be really biased based on, whatever is at stake. So that's why I'm saying, what do you think need to be done to saturate our legal system with Gambians, our citizens?
Yeah, I think I did mention it when I was answering Usman's question that it need to be attractive. Judges need to be well paid because if you become a judge, it's a lifetime career. Because after retirement, you are not able to work as a legal practitioner again. So they need to be paid. There's a lot at stake. So if the position is more attractive, I believe many senior lawyers will vow for it because after retiring, for after 70 years, it's like you have litigated so many cases, and there will be conflict, and you cannot come back and practice as a legal practitioner. So I think it needs to be attractive, and judges should be well paid. If that is done, I think we'll do away from bringing more foreign judges.
Well, that is another area that I don't think, well paid would be something that would also, you know subjected to debate, because why only judges, that somebody can ask. So I'm pretty sure, when you're talking well paid, everybody need to be well paid. I mean, like, not only judges, but I understand the area that you're looking at. After 70 years, you probably wouldn't come out in practice, so that is fine. Usman, do you have something else? Usman.
Yes, thank you so very much, Mr. Sawaneh, and of course, Counsel Sambo. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, you are
Yes, we
you are
can.
allowed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Once again, Counsel Sambo, thank you so very much for your time. And we really appreciate you answering our questions one after the other. We are so just concerned. We understand that once upon a time there was a judicial bill that was introduced at the parliament, but later on it was, at some point, there was one, two issues, and then the bill couldn't proceed because we suggesting that. The judges should be considered because the issue of being promoted to become a judge, not many senior lawyers want to become a judge, considering the issues or the math surrounding it. Because at the end of the whole thing, when you retire as a judge, what is up for you is a big question. So, what basically could motivate many to be promoted or to accept to become a judge is when they understand that there's a serious incentive, or there's a lucrative incentive for them after retirement they will be benefiting from. I think that will really motivate them. I think that is. Could I now submit that Council Sambo? That could be one of the major reasons why the Gambia is not having a lot of senior, lot of judges in our court system. Could I say that? And that's why the Gambia continues to welcome foreign judges to come in, because most of our senior lawyers don't want to become judges, because of this one two reason. Could somebody submit that, Council Sambo?
Yes, that could be one of the main reasons. You are right to say that.
All right, Mr. Sambo, I want to add further questions if you could permit.
Yeah, yeah.
Very well indeed.
All right, thank you so very much. Council Sambo, let's now have this understanding. Um, as far as your cases are concerned, how prepared are you as far as the Gambia legal system is concerned? Are you ready for the challenge? Can I give you a case tomorrow for you to defend me in court? Are you going to accept all cases, Counsel Sambou?
Indeed, as a legal practitioner, you are bound to take all cases, and you are bound to take your clients as they are, but also in any general application there are exceptions. But
Okay.
the general principle is that you need to take all uh, uh, your clients as they are, unless and until maybe there is a conflict of interest, or maybe there is a family tie which will embarrass you. Then you can dissuade from representing your clients. But very well, as a junior lawyer, I think I am well equipped to represent clients in the courts, because now I am an enrolled legal practitioner where I can appear before the magistrate courts as well as the high court with the guidance of my senior. So I am indeed ready.
All right, thank you. Can you tell us this? Perhaps being a lawyer or to become a lawyer or legal issues could be something that your family have great passion for. Is there any by chance that some of your senior men in your family were the one that motivated, or you got your inspiration from some of your senior men or your brothers or your sisters or your uncle that inspire you to become a legal practitioner? Can you take us through on that, please?
Thank you for that good question. I anticipate that question, knowing my family, because Mr. Camara, for Mr. Sawaneh, I think you know little about me, but Mr. Camara, we all hail from the same area. And one of my brother is a magistrate, and he has been in the legal profession for a while, for like more than 15 years. Yes, he's the one that I got the inspiration from him, because after when I finished my basic education, I went for a placement, an attachment under him. By then he was an assistant registrar. So definitely I got the inspiration through him, and because of the time that I spend in the courtroom also, as well the way lawyers argue, the way they comport themselves, as well as when I joined Fajara Chambers, coupled with those things. But the inspiration actually comes from my brother, who is a magistrate, and I think I have about two or three people who are also coming up to the legal practitioner, who are aspiring legal practitioners.
Counsel Sambo, do you in any way um, give legal advices to youngsters that are, aspiring to become legal practitioners in the near future? Is there any way by chance you have these one two mentees within your range or outside your range that seek for legal advices or inspirations for them to become lawyers in the near future? Any way by chance, please?
Yes, I have a lot of youngsters who are looking up to me, knowing fully well that from the background that we come from, first maybe in those days, people term this profession as people who are privileged. And if I manage to sail through, obviously I am an inspiration to so many people. And currently, I am mentoring about two or three people who are currently doing their law program. And one of them has just completed and has already applied to go to law school. So definitely, yes, I'm mentoring about three people who are on the line.
Do you have any interest to defend what are your priority areas? Let's look at your own community. Do you have any interest to defend something that you believe if your community needs you? Is there any by chance that you are ready to defend your community?
Yes, there are a lot of challenges within the community, and as a legal practitioner, I think there's a lot of areas that you can help the community as well. So definitely, if I am approached by a community, then I will be privileged and I will be honored to represent the community because it's also part of the reason why I went to study law to give back to my communities as well part of my agenda.
All right, Mr. Sawaneh, I think I had issues of network, so I couldn't hear the last part of his answers. But I am sure you heard him well, very well. I just have my very last question that I would like to submit to him. Take us, Mrs. Counsel Sambou. I think this would be my last question as far as this program is concerned. We are coming to the tail end of this program, but please tell us, so far so good. What do you think you have for yourself? What do you think you have for the Gambia, or what do you think you have for your community as far as this job is concerned? Remember, we understand that you are newly licensed a lawyer, so you must have something that is in mind, and then as a principle that you would like to share with the public. The floor is yours now, Council Sambo.
Yeah, as of now, I have a lot of projects in the background, and I want to do community outreach and also do workshop uh, to make the community aware of the legal implications as well as the way the legal system works. So I have a lot of projects in the background, and I think anytime soon I will uh, I will call on the people to put in forward my projects. So then in the background, I reserve my comment to say a specific project that I have currently, but I have a lot of projects in the background in regards to the legal issues.
Yes, over to you, Mr. Sawane. I think I'm done with Council Sambu, and of course, if you don't have, then we can call this
Yeah,
program
thank you.
to an
You know,
end,
like,
actually.
I think our viewers are very excited about the program, so I just need to add up a little bit, cake icing on the top of it, so that we can close, like on a good note. Council Abu, I just want to ask you, what is your or what is your way of showing the inspiration in this field? Some of the young folks coming along, probably they are not well seasoned, they are not well knowledgeable about becoming judges and all of that, and then coming into the legal field. So, what is it that you have in plan to kind of encourage them to get into this field?
Okay, like I said before, I have about three people that I am mentoring, and I have this specific student of mine who wants to come to the bench, and because he's also a family member, and I think he also got his inspiration from one of my brother. And usually, most of the things that we talked about is how to become a magistrate or a presiding officer in the bed, the way you comport yourself and the way you do things. So I think he is well prepared for it, though he will join the bar school now, and if he is lucky to pass the exam, then he will be ready for it. Because from my earlier presentation, I did mention that I was a court clerk. We call it a record clerk. So I also had a lot of experience because I deal with so many magistrates who are now judges. So I am well equipped in that area because I spent about 3 to 4 years in the courtroom. So I think I am taking him through well.
Excellent. Do you think that the legal profession in the Gambia have a future? If it does, when it comes to like, is it an area lucrative in terms of making a good living? Did you hear that part? Counsel Sambou, can you hear us? Ousman, can you hear me? Ousman, Ousman, I think, Counsel, can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, I think we are, getting disconnected. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Yeah, I think we are getting disconnected. Anyway, we just want to wrap it up for our viewers. It looks like the network is shaking a little bit, but we are almost at the tail end of the program. So we want to thank all our viewers for watching and making comments. Of course, we're gonna be responding to some of those comments on the chat. But again, thank you for watching, and we want to thank our guest, Counsel Abu Suarez Sambo, for coming and giving us in depth of his legal journey. And I want to thank my co-host Sam Ceesay, Ousman Camara, for joining, and of course, all the folks who have been watching the show. We will catch up with you next week, inshallah. And again, stay tuned. Share and then share your comments and give us your feedbacks on the program. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Thank you.